HHN Tribute Store, Epic Universe Paused, attraction closures, and pass holder perks, and more. You're listening to episode 415 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. As always, so glad to have you guys back. We're glad to be back. And by we, I don't mean just me. Joining me, I have Lee. That rhymed way too much.
Hello, everyone.
And Tracy.
Which still rhymes. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Who are you?
Darren is not here right now. The ghost of Darren is here, but you have us three for right now.
Yes.
So, how you guys doing?
All right. Got time for good behaviour, so I'm back. Won't do that again, though.
Plodding along.
We missed you greatly.
It's been weird.
Oh, I know, but you liked what I got you that got me in trouble, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were amply replaced by Shakira and Christina.
No, I don't like to hear that. No. Amply replaced. That's fine.
Substituted. How about that? Does that work better?
No. There is no substitute. There's only me.
In fact, Christina actually said that.
No.
There's no way. Actually, I think the pair of them both said there's no way I could replace
Oh,
Tracy.
get away. No, I'm glad that you had good replacements.
They were both a lot of fun to have on the show. But it is always great to have you on.
Of course.
Yeah. Awesome.
Sweet. Let's get into this. All right. So, Lee, could you let us know about some face covering policy changes?
There is, putting the show notes together for this week, there is a lot going on at Universal Orlando right now. It's pretty crazy, actually. But yeah, the Universal announced that they have some policy changes to face coverings that were effective from last Monday, which was August the 3rd. And they said they've implemented the following updates and clarifications to their face covering policy, which pertain to both guests and team members. They have said gaiters are now considered an appropriate face covering as long as it covers your nose and the mouth, which is interesting because we've heard lots of back and forth on whether they are or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of them, to be honest.
I understand because they're looser around your neck, but I don't know what they're like. Are they double layered?
They must be.
So like
they are double
when
layered.
I had, they have some that are double layered. They have single layer too. And Kenneth actually brought this up to my attention because I was asking about this. I have a gaiter that I use, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to use it, but he did mention to me that it's the 2-ply ones that you can use.
Okay.
So I guess some people, maybe they didn't want people going in there with like a bandana
Yes.
or something super thin where it's not really kind of stopping that from going out there. Because gaiters, honestly, like I said, the one I have is a pretty thick one. They even sell some that you can put a filter in there, which is great.
Okay.
And the one I have, at least, it goes down to the neck, so it doesn't actually have that much opening. I'm sure they have bigger ones out there. So I guess it depends on the person too, because I couldn't wear mine that long. It got even hotter.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. Well, going off the back of that, they've also said they recommend that face coverings be at least 2-ply, which is interesting. They recommend, but not. They're not enforcing.
Well, I suppose they can't go up and go, let me have a look, let me feel and make sure the layers
I think
move.
That's it.
But that's not really a policy at that point then, is it? You're recommending...
Well, no, because then it becomes an invasion of people's personal space, you getting that close to check. They are putting the onus on the person. Yeah.
Let me rub your cloth.
And then finally, face coverings that are unable to be secured under your chin, just like Chris has just said there, such as bandanas, are not permitted. So if you are going shortly, there you go. Now you know.
Yeah. I think that's a good policy because we have many people that don't understand what a face covering is. So I think I've seen like out in public people wearing like these tiny little bandanas, made for children, and then it just like their entire mouth is exposed, but just has a little piece of cloth hanging over their nose and their mouth, and I'm like, that's not a face covering.
No,
just trying to flout, like walk the line of what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. It's like, come on, people, just.
Yeah. People will always push the boundaries if they can.
It's funny, I was talking to someone at work the other week about it. It's in theme park terms, it's the same as those people that stuff the kids' shoes with socks or buy them like thick-heeled shoes to get them on the rides. And it's like, you do realise...
You're just compromising your own safety.
Yeah, you do realise there is a reason that the height restriction's there, and it's not just for us to...
Look, It's survival of the fittest. Get on with it. All it means is that the lines will be shorter when we finally get back.
Yeah,
exactly. And I will say, just to comment on this, and I know we spoke earlier on this, Lee. So I recently did a trip out there. So I'm just making little comments here and there on some of these different topics here. But I will say that in reference to like face coverings, for the majority of people, they were actually wearing face coverings that were covering their entire face, not just their mouth. And, people for the most part inside the parks were doing a pretty good job at keeping them the faces covered, basically.
Good.
So, yeah. Cool. So let's talk about something else that is one of everybody's favorite topics, Halloween Horror Nights. Unfortunately, we don't have that, but we do have a tribute store this year. So, yay, Halloween Horror Nights tribute store. All right, so Halloween Horror Nights may be canceled for this year, but Universal Orlando have opened the tribute store, contrary to our thoughts on episode 413. So located in the New York area of Universal Studios, Florida, and now open daily during regular park hours, the immersive store celebrates legendary themes and characters from Halloween Horror Nights past and features a collection of throwback merchandise and more. You got t-shirts, socks, posters, face coverings, and everything else you want.
I hate
with a
that
Halloween
term,
Horror Night
though.
badge on there.
I hate that term, face covering.
Well, it's not an arse covering.
I just don't like it. Just use mask. I know it's... Anyway.
No, there's a reason they're not using mask.
I know.
Because idiots.
Yeah. I was going to say something else, but I won't. So that pays homage to some of the iconic characters and experiences that have haunted guests. You can also browse the assortment of Halloween Horror Nights merchandise and make purchases from the comfort of your home by going to shop.universalorlando.com. And yeah.
Yes, so I had a message from a listener of ours. I say listener, friend.
You've got a friend.
Everyone who listens to the show, if you listen right to the end, you will also hear that person said, I'm not saying that I just dropped $400 on Halloween Horror Nights merchandise, but I'm also... I said I...
Not saying it.
Yeah. So there you go. I'm all about those socks. The socks look amazing.
Yeah. There was some really cool stuff in that store, and I agree with your friend that it's very difficult not to spend all your money. I literally had to go and stop myself and tell Alexa to grab my wallet and not let me add another item, even though she was antagonizing me in the beginning. She's like, "Oh, just get it. Just get it." I'm like, okay. And then after the 10th time, it's like, maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That Scare Zone t-shirt, the one with the pumpkin guy on the front, is amazing. They know how to get people on the hook as well with those, the Horror Nights pins that they've just brought out, the mystery boxes where I think there's 7. And Jack's number 1 is like a chaser of 400. Michelle was there last week and I nearly got hurt. And I didn't realise there was $16 a box for 2 and you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for stuff like that, though.
So they were sold out when I was there.
Wow.
Because I didn't see any, yeah. And on top of that, I don't know if it's a release thing, because I asked the guy there, so the pins they have online, they're not all in the store yet.
Okay.
And they did have, my favorite so far is the 91 Fright Nights, just because it's the classic original OG event. That and the Halloween Horror Nights 20, I think it was 20 or 15, that had Jack on there. They have a shirt, pin, all that kind of stuff, but they didn't have the pin in. They only had the shirt at the time.
Okay. Yeah.
So hopefully they bring them in.
It was the pass holder shirt for last month. There was the Horror Nights 30. It's weird that they're still selling the 30th anniversary stuff, even though it's not going to be till next year as long as everything goes ahead. But the pass holder shirt for this year with all the icons on it, I was like, oh my God, I need that shirt.
You see, it still is the 30th, because just because it doesn't happen for a year.
Yeah, but it's not the 30th. It is the 30th anniversary, but it's not the 30th year.
Event,
yeah, but it's the tagline's 30 years, 30. I suppose, all right.
Yeah, it is the 30th year of celebrating it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But now what's next year going to be 31 or Halloween Horror Nights 30?
Well, it would still be Halloween Horror Nights 30, but it wouldn't be the 30th year, would it? It would be the 31 year. So it's kind of weird now, isn't it?
30 V2.
Actually, Tracy, I'll give you 2 minutes because you haven't been on for the last couple when we talked about Horror Nights getting cancelled. What are your thoughts on the fact that Horror Nights has been cancelled?
I think it's the right call. I think in the current climate, it is absolutely the right call, because trying to police something like that is going to be nigh on impossible. People get overexcited. People get distracted if there's alcohol in the mix as well.
Yeah.
People's perceptions are impaired. For safety and this whole pandemic all around, it's the right choice. You got to think about the big picture.
Sad though, isn't it, really?
Of course it is, but it's only an event. I know that's like, I'm going to get hate thrown at me for that, but...
Yeah.
But,
no, I mean, it is, you've got to be sensible.
Lives are more important than... No, I can't finish that sentence.
They only want to fake kill you in the houses. They don't want to really kill you.
Exactly. No. It's all about being sensible, and much as we go to those places not to be sensible, we have to be. With something that's worldwide like this, we have to be sensible.
Yeah.
And if I'm not going, nobody's going.
Well, we're actually, Chris, I know you're not going to be here next week, but we're actually going to go into depth in the final spec map for what would have been the event this year, and it's going to be quite interesting, actually.
Nice. Yeah.
Because it looks like it would have been a decent event, so...
I'm looking forward to that, actually.
It'd be interesting to see how much of it comes back next year.
Yeah. Yeah, because obviously I'm a bit out of the loop after the last few weeks, so, yeah.
As long as Beetlejuice is back,
yes,
that's my main guy.
Oh, so, Chris, you there's something you haven't mentioned yet. You talked about Alexa holding onto your wallet and not adding extra things onto it.
Did she give you it back?
How much did you actually spend?
So I think maybe 100 and change.
It's
so
not bad.
That's not too
It's
bad.
not. Well, here's the reason why, and I'll explain why. Right. So to lessen the blow, and I can talk about this a little bit more later on, but to lessen the blow, I said, okay, this just opened. You're going to be able to buy stuff online. And after this trip, we had a very positive experience. So we are planning on making a trip again sometime soon. So I go, you know what? Let's kind of break up these purchases. So I don't spend $400 in one trip. I'll spend $150 in three. So a little over $100. We got some cool things in there. I'm still wanting all the pins, so that's a must. And the posters, I grabbed one of the posters. So the idea is to try to collect all four, and over time. So we'll see.
Yeah, it'd be interesting because I know there's rumors of that third room opening as well.
Yeah, and it was. Let me tell you, the inside. I mean, we've posted up footage and things like that, but it's so nice to be in there. It reminds you of being at Horror Nights.
Yeah,
and I'm very glad that Universal decided to still open this up and do this, because we don't get the event this year, and it's unfortunate. It's, like Tracy said, the right decision, and I agree with that. We don't get it, but at least we get something to kind of remind us, kind of hold us over in a sense to next year, knowing, hey, we didn't forget about this. This is our pride and joy as well. Here, enjoy some of it as much as we can this year. So, I'm glad they did this.
It's weird because you're looking at the last time you'll have been in that store will have been the end of our RIP tour last year.
We took our group photo there.
Yeah. I think we've been in since, but I don't think Chris...
Not up at Mardi Gras.
That's not the Horror Nights tribute store, though.
No, you can still go in.
It's not the same.
There was Horror Nights stuff in there. We're picking it out.
No, there wasn't.
Yeah, there was.
No, there was props.
Yeah.
There was props from there, but it was still a Mardi Gras tribute store. Anyway.
Yeah, we still went and Horror Nighted it up, though.
Yeah, we spent like 20 minutes talking to one of the team members about Horror Nights. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you make a chance to get out there, this is to everybody else, not to you guys. Sorry. Definitely take a trip in there. I will say the other thing, since they are distancing inside the store, every time we tried to go into the store, there was a line, right? That kind of wraps around the building. If you go to the parks, try to do it first thing in the morning, or bring an umbrella with you, because the sidewall where you're queuing up at, it's basically a magnifying glass for the sun, and it cooks you. So bring an umbrella, or try to catch it multiple times throughout the day if there's not a line. But typically there will be a line because they're not allowing that many people in there.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah. Or if you don't want to go, just head over to the YouTube channel and have a look at Kenneth's walkthrough for us.
Yeah.
That's how we had to live vicariously through our own vlog. How bad's that?
At least we have it.
Well, that's true.
Funny enough, I was hanging out with Kenneth right before I went to that store.
Awesome.
So he says hi. So,
Hello, Kenneth.
all right. Moving right along. Let's hear a little clip of Little Things with Seth.
Hi, everyone. This is Seth Kaburski from the Unofficial Guide to Universal Orlando, and I am back with another look at all the little things that are new around the resort. The biggest little thing that's new is hours at Universal Orlando have changed. Universal Studios Florida will now be open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. instead of 6 p.m., with early entry still starting at 8 a.m. Islands of Adventure isn't going to open till 10 a.m. and will be closing up at 6. This schedule change will have an especially big impact on Premier Pass holders whose express after 4 p.m. is pretty much valueless at this point. But we have heard that Universal is looking for some new perks to give to those Premier Pass holders to make up for it. Speaking of pass holders, annual pass holder appreciation days have started, and you can find new menu items exclusive to annual pass holders at various locations around the parks. I recently ate upstairs at Lombard's Seafood Grill in the dining area that is exclusive to annual pass holders. Unfortunately, the balcony up there does not have a fan, but it does have beautiful view of the lagoon. And I tried this week's annual pass holder exclusive Rangoon crab dip, which I'm sorry to say was about 95% cheese and only about 5% crab. If you aren't yet an annual pass holder, Universal right now is offering Florida residents a buy one day and get the rest of the year free ticket, similar to the SeaWorld Fun Passes. The catch is that this pass does not include parking, so carefully consider how many times you might visit. Annual passes right now include an extra 3 months free, so if you're going to be driving to the resort, that might be a better value. As we previously discussed, Halloween Horror Nights 30 has been canceled, but Halloween lives on at the HHN Tribute Store. I finally got to check it out, and they've really done some fantastic work inside. Really gives you the spirit of Halloween with lots of Easter eggs for longtime fans to find. And if you want to take a little bit of Halloween home with you, they are now selling Halloween Horror Nights themed face masks. Unfortunately, as of yesterday, only medium sizes were in stock. Hopefully the larges will come back into stock soon.
Ooh.
Here's a little update in the continuing saga of virtual lines. Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, until recently, was using virtual line only for guests. But they have now turned off the virtual line, and the attraction is standby only. However, over at Universal Studios Florida, the Mummy is now using virtual line only. I believe this is probably because the Halloween Horror Nights Tribute Store took up a large portion of their extended queue. I used virtual line at the Mummy the other day, and once I redeemed my virtual boarding pass, I was on the ride in less than 15 minutes. But I did notice that the team members at the Mummy loading stations are no longer giving the thumbs down sign at dispatch. Not sure why this was stopped, but it was a fun little piece of theming. A few minor dining and shopping notes. In Islands of Adventure's port of entry, there's a new kiosk where you can get a custom piece of art with your name on it. And in Universal Studios Florida, it looks like the new crepe stand is just about ready to open. It will also have a couple freestyle beverage dispensers. On the other hand, Chez Alcatraz, the drink stand in the San Francisco area, is no longer serving food. They still have their drink menu, but if you want something to eat, you'll have to go next door to Richter's. We'll close out with a couple minor project updates. The new lockers for Forbidden Journey are once again under construction.
Yay.
The structure for the new locker building outside of Hogwarts Castle had been built earlier this year, but construction had paused. Now it seems like work has resumed on that much-needed project. And I'm happy to report that over at Universal Studios Florida, the Back to the Future car has been restored. I'm not sure if it's the same model that was there before or a new replica, but it looks fantastic with working lights on the dashboard and even the flux capacitor, plus some nifty sound effects. So go ahead and check out that when you are over in the Springfield area. And on a final, slightly sad note, the famous Mardi Gras bead tree along the walkway out of the parks back to the garage has been cleaned of all its beads. Hopefully Mardi Gras will come back in 2021 and guests will be able to fill that tree up with beads once again. All right, that's all for this time. I am Seth Kaburski. You can find me on Twitter at TheUGSeries or at theunofficialguides.com. I'll be back soon with more little things from around the Universal Orlando Resort.
Okay, I've took notes this time.
Okay.
Because I always forget half the stuff that Seth says.
Yeah.
So Premier Pass holders. Chris, are you a Premier Pass holder?
I am not.
No. So there's only Darren it affects. So obviously at this point, because I know Darren had tweeted him, didn't he, about not getting his Horror Nights ticket this year, and that's a big reason for getting the Premier Pass as well. And then obviously with your Express After 4 now getting, it'd be interesting to see what they give Premier Pass holders as an added perk for those two things, because that Horror Nights ticket's worth, what, $80, $90?
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what they give them.
Yeah, especially with those closing times. Which kind of suck.
You can understand why, though. I was going to
100%.
say, I'd rather they did that than close the parks altogether. That's up for debate, I suppose.
Oh,
but,
for sure. Yeah. No, I'm just kind of being facetious here. It was just funny. One of the days we were there, I forgot about the hours, and Alexa kept on telling me, like, oh, we got to hurry up and do this because they're going to close. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, so usually being 7, 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. And it was like 5 o'clock or 5 something, and a bunch of people are leaving, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then, we didn't get to ride a couple things, but it is what it is.
That buy one day, get the rest of the year free is a strange one, because I saw the pictures from the park this weekend and it was heaving. Like, the security, to get through security on Saturday morning was an absolute mess. I understand they kind of want to make up. We'll get to it later in the show, but they kind of want to make money up, but they've still got to be aware of safety. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah. The mummy thumbs down thing's probably just we want people to be having fun, and we don't want to be like, you're going to die.
Yeah. It's one of the other things I was reminded of when Seth mentioned that is they also temporarily cut off the Men in Black re-ride line.
Okay.
So like we went to, go ride again. And the lady stopped us. She's like, I'm sorry, guys. This line is closed for right now. It's just during this time. And I'm like, okay. But super bummed out because obviously you want to ride Men in Black 1,000 times.
Yeah, in fairness, that isn't a re-ride line. That is the child swap line that people, I don't know anyone that's personally done it, would take advantage of to cut back in at the load area.
Well, let's just say some team members have said things about going through that line.
Okay. Oh, and, I'm sure people do it. Like I say, I don't know anyone personally that's done it. Tracy, what are you looking at me like that for? I think we've done it on a number of occasions, is what I'm hinting at.
I have never, ever broken the rules
You have a
in
child.
my life.
You have a child, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but we don't swap.
Now.
We don't swap.
But she wasn't with us, but
Yeah.
we didn't tell them that.
Chris, when that crepe stand opens, you've got to go and test it out for us if you're planning on going again soon, because it looks like, well, we haven't seen them, but just the menu looks awesome.
Yeah, it fits really nicely there too. Like where the location, everything, it just feels like you're kind of in Central Park with like a little stand of food there. It matches real nicely in there. So looking forward to it.
I hope it's open. So when things get back to normal, I hope it's open around the time when Cinematic Spectacular Celebration, whatever the hell it is, open, so you can go and get yourself a crepe and then go into Central Park and watch that. Because we've commented before that during the nighttime shows, not that they do them that like as over the course of us doing the podcast, but most of the food places close before they start, and it's kind of weird. Whereas something like that, especially being where it is, I hope it's open so you can go and get something and go and watch that.
I liked how you said a crepe. I have 2 hands. I will have one in each hand.
Well, I said on the show when we talked about it 2 weeks ago.
Sweet and savory.
Exactly.
Yeah, that we were watching some vlog. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Vincent or Tim Tracker, and Tracy was like, yes, 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 and yes. And she never says that to
No, I
everything.
don't ever.
There's always something. She goes, nope.
Well, there was one, I can't remember what it was. And I
It'll
was
have
like,
had Nutella on it.
but I'll try it. It would be Nutella or Oreo. Everything's bloody Oreo. Ugh.
And then the DeLorean, Chris.
Yes.
So we got a message on Facebook while Chris was there, someone saying, you might want to go and have a look at the DeLorean because I do believe something's been done to it. So I messaged Chris, go and look at the DeLorean.
I did, and it looks very pretty. The only thing I saw in my memory different of it was, like Seth had mentioned, is the lights that were inside.
Yes.
I saw the flux on. I saw, some cool little different multicolored LED lights next to it, just like in the movie. And I don't remember that being on prior, so it looked awesome. I loved it.
Good. I'm glad they give little touches like that they are keeping up. Like, because again, there's no real reason for the DeLorean or the train to be in the park at this point. Really,
No.
There's no
It's
other
nostalgia, yeah.
than its nostalgic connection. There's no reason for it to be there. So I'm glad that they're still giving little touches like that. I wonder what they did with the Men in Black car that used to be over there.
No.
That's a shame.
Yeah. But keep it up. I think they should add a little walkthrough on the train next time so we can
That
just
would
go
be cool.
inside. Yeah. Q. So let's move along. And why not do this at this point in the show? Tracy, hit us with some Producers Club birthdays.
It's about time. It's been a while since I've done
We're
this.
just changing things up a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted Tracy to kind of get back into the rhythm of things. And now that we're in it,
It's me.
birthday club.
Yes. We are going to start with 2 belated birthdays. 2 beautiful belated birthdays for 2 beautiful ladies. And they're birthday twins. So we have happy belated birthday to the lovely Nina Thompson and Ali Schilberg. That was the 6th of August. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday! And then coming up, we have the equally beautiful Andy Giganova. And he's 21 again.
Happy Minion birthday, Andy.
How do you say happy birthday in Minion?
I don't know.
Banana. No, that's it.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, have a banana. Happy birthday, Andy. Hope you have a great
Happy
time.
birthday.
And then on the 13th of August, we have the beautiful Holly Cotter's birthday. Happy birthday, gorgeous.
Happy birthday, Holly.
Happy birthday.
I swear this list got longer since I last looked.
Nope. It's a long one.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure you didn't forget and just added some in?
Nope.
Bet you did. And then on the 15th of August, another beautiful person, we have Steve Milson Payne's birthday. Happy birthday, Steve.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And the 16th of August sees beautiful Michael Morris's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We have enough times. It's a long list. And then we have absolutely stunningly beautiful Seth Kaburski's birthday on the 18th of August. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy little birthday. Little thing's birthday. Yeah.
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 Hope you don't get little things for your birthday.
No, big things.
Yes.
Big things. Yeah.
And on the 19th of August, it is the gorgeous Zoe Waycott's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Zoe.
Happy birthday.
And then we have more beautiful birthday twins.
So beautiful this year.
Oh, it's amazing. We have the beautiful, I can't even speak, I'm so excited. The beautiful Brittany Asbell's birthday and the tempting Thomas Brino's birthday on the 20th of August. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Cumpleaños.
Yeah, I think I'm on a sugar rush from all that birthday cake.
Whoosh. It's 4 weeks of pent up not saying birthdays.
It is.
Yeah.
And I was very excited. I'm sick of birthdays, to be honest.
It's a lot of birthdays, yeah.
We've had too many in this house as well. So.
We have.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Jade, right?
And Raymond.
Jade was 16, Raymond was 21.
And our wedding anniversary, slap bang in the middle.
Yeah, 20 years. And that was what the good behaviour was for.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, everybody. I hope
Yes,
you have
happy
a
birthday.
great time.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Let us take a quick ad break so that we can pay the light bill up in this place, and we'll be right back.
Have you taken a stroll down Diagon Alley and visited Gringotts Bank? Taken a ride through New York with Jimmy Fallon? Visited the Truffler Trees in Zeus Landing or hung out with a real-life Transformer? No? Then what are you waiting for? At Universal Orlando Resort, there truly is an option for everyone. Or if you're leaning a little more towards pixie dust rather than ones and portions, Disney destinations around the globe await your arrival. No matter the adventure, our sponsors have you covered. Be sure to let the experts at Mouse Muggle Travel Company take care of all your travel needs. earning the distinction of being an earmarked agency specializing in Disney destinations, as well as becoming one of the first to be named a U Preferred agency with Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations. Mouse Muggle Travel Company will ensure you receive top-rate customized service. Just visit mousemuggle.com to fill out a non-obligation quote request, or send your request to info@mouseandmuggle.com. Their team can take care of you no matter where in the world you go. With a flick of their wand and a little bit of pixie dust, the process will be so seamless, some might even say it's simply magical.
Welcome back. All right. So now that we had our little break, Tracy, please let us know some, unfortunate news about Epic Universe at the moment.
I like my last section better.
Yeah.
We end it on a high.
Sorry?
We end on a high. We get the bad news first.
Yeah. Okay. So, very sadly, it's been announced that Epic Universe has been paused. It's not really a great surprise, though.
Not really.
So, NBC Universal have announced that work on the resort's new theme park, Epic Universe, will remain paused indefinitely. In a conference call with investors, NBC Universal CEO Jeff Shell said the company will be pausing development of the new park until our future becomes more certain. The park, which is being built on 750 acres near Sand Lake and Kirkman Roads, was scheduled to open sometime in 2023. Comcast also said revenue from theme parks decreased 94%. Wow. Because of COVID-19 closures. I suppose they were closed, so that's going to those figures thinking about it. While attendance in both locations is much lower than our typical summer levels, we're still doing better financially than if we were closed, Shell said.
That's good.
Which is absolute common sense, so yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it'd be interesting now to see when it's deemed that their future is better and they get back on with it, because there are rumours going around. Chris, I don't know if you've heard this, but Tracy and I were discussing it briefly this afternoon, that because of Epic Universe being had the pause button hit on it, that Nintendo will be going into the studios as it was originally planned.
I read about that. I don't know how I feel about that, because I want it to go into Epic Universe, but I also want to write it while I'm alive. So
fair enough.
The one thing that I did see on there is that they wouldn't need to change anything because it would all still fit in the space that they had over there.
Yes.
As opposed to Epic Universe. So that's a positive. But yeah, I mean, we don't know how long it's going to take for things to quote unquote, get back to normal, or when their future becomes more certain, right? So who knows when Epic Universe begins development again? It could start next year. It could start 5 years from now.
Yeah. I mean, it's that thing. It's like their future isn't going to be more certain until the borders open, until people start coming, start getting back from basically over here. So you start getting outside of the US visitors coming back. Yeah,
100%. I think it'll probably even take a little longer than that. I don't think it's just a snap of the finger and things just go back to the way they were. I think there'll be hesitations and things like that. So I think that also adds to the kind of uncertainness of their future. And that's why they're just saying we have to see when things actually feel right to do this. But you're absolutely right. It's very weird being inside that park right now, at least the trip that we took, without international guests. I mean, it is somewhat empty in there. And I took a lot of pictures and I posted them up. And it's just crazy when you sit down and think about how much traffic all these international guests bring. I mean, there was no tour groups of Brazilians in front of me at any point. So, that's one thing. And usually you'll see a lot of groups from different countries out there. But yeah, it's weird not having them out there. And it shows how much, traffic that these other countries bring in there.
Yeah.
So without that, they're definitely not going to see what they had before.
It's interesting for how much it's become the norm, because we were watching Zoe. Is it This British Life, That British Life?
Embarrass me now.
Sorry, I do. No, because it just goes to show you. So our good friend Zoe from At This British Life on Twitter, we were watching. She's going through at the moment and putting up the vlogs from her full vlogs from her 6-week trip over from last year when we were over, and we were watching. She was in Hollywood Studios. And Tracy commented going into the Tower of Terror, "Whew, there's not much social distancing going on in there." And I was like, Tracy, that was last year. How did you think Zoe got over there? Do you think she was the only British person?
Far ahead. I'm just so used to seeing social distancing stuff going on and hissing when people are too close.
But it's bizarre when you look when we're watching Zoe's videos when she puts them out, obviously from last year when things were normal, and then comparing it to watching like Tim Trackers and
very different,
and Vincent Visions and Prince Charming Dev and Paige and Mr. Morrow is like they're the sort of 4 vlogs we watch at the moment, and it's so much different than what it was, and it's weird.
It is. I mean, I'll comment on that later, but it does feel very different just being in the parks. I mean, you still have a lot of the stuff that you normally would do and see there, but it is by no means a typical Universal Orlando trip.
Yeah. I mean, as a theme park nerd, I would love to get in there. Megan at Miss Wizarding World, who you won't have heard of yet because we recorded an episode with her ages ago that isn't coming out till Christmas. She was there a couple of weeks ago and she posted a ton of Instagram videos on her Instagram with literally nobody in Diagon Alley. And it's like, as a theme park nerd, to be able to get in there and hear everything would be amazing.
It's also a photographer's dream.
Yeah. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like you're offsetting, you know, you're losing something for gaining something, aren't you? And there's a lot of people not comfortable going to parks. But, yeah.
I'm not comfortable at the moment.
I think I would be. I'd be happy going. Like, if I lived locally, I would be there. But even if I wasn't doing this, I think I would be. If I still loved Universal as much as I do, I think I would still be comfortable going.
I'm still not ready to go on public transport.
Yeah, well, I don't want to go on public transport either. It's got nothing to do with masks and people not wearing masks.
I'm now going into town, but I'm very aware of what's going on. If I do go into a store,
it's different for me because I've been going to work and stuff, so I've been getting out more than you have. So it's like I've had to. So
I've been holed up for ever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, let's keep on that high note and good news and talk about ride closures. So when Universal Orlando reopened its theme parks way back on July 1st, many of the attractions have remained closed in order to better enforce social distancing during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, beginning August 9th, which is
yesterday,
even more attractions will close permanently at Universal Orlando temporarily. Sorry.
Permanently?
Oh, 2020, I love thee.
I should leave that in and just go, Chris was being very hopeful that one of these attractions was closing permanently.
Very true. This is only one of these rides are going to be closed permanently, but, in my mind. So beginning August 9th, even more attractions will close temporarily at Universal Orlando Resort. The following attractions will be temporarily closed. A Day in the Park with Barney, Fear Factor Live, Fast and Furious Supercharged, Kang and Kodos Twirl and Hurl, Poseidon's Fury, Storm Force Accelatron, and that's it. So there is no timeline for when these attractions will hopefully be reopening, and all team members at these attractions will be transferred to other locations.
They seem weird. Barney, I get. Fear Factor, I don't even think reopened. Supercharged, Kang and Kodos.
It's a weird list of rides.
It really is. Like Poseidon's Fury, I kind of get as well, because it's like an indoor, like a big group attraction, everyone going through together. But like Storm Force, I suppose, comes from like the touch thing. But then the teacups are open at Disney. I'd love to know the reasoning behind the specific attractions they've chose.
I don't know. I tried to look at the list and try to get that same reasoning. I was thinking, okay, are some of these more, I don't know, electricity dependent that it would cost more to operate at such low levels, things like that. But honestly, this list is just so all over the place. It doesn't really make sense in that aspect.
Yeah, because they're not saving money on wages because they've said they're dispersing team members elsewhere.
Well, just to be fair, we also did hear about layoffs occurring.
True.
So we are dispersing lesser team members, right? So that's kind of the way I saw that too. I want to be positive and say, yeah, everybody goes to somewhere else, but they also did let go of a lot of people. So I'm thinking maybe it's a way they can close some rides and still be at full capacity at other ones with employees because they have less employees.
Okay.
So, But yeah, weird list to have here closed.
Yeah, well, I'm not there, so it doesn't bother me. It closed them all for me.
They keep Fast and Furious closed. Then it'll bother you.
We watched. So Kenneth did a video on our YouTube channel. It went out a couple of days ago where he went and sort of visited a few of these, and yeah, I still watched the bit of the Fast and Furious. It was funny though. This Fast and Furious video was funny. Just go and watch it. I won't say anything else. But I sat there and I kind of went, I still like that attraction. I don't care what everyone else says about it. I don't mind it.
I don't know. After, I think I'm more upset at the attraction after watching the Bourne Stuntacular.
Okay.
Just because that show is so ridiculously amazing. And I mean, obviously completely different, like stage setup and all that. I get all that. But the fact that you can have this screen-based attraction go like to such amazing levels, right? Like I literally consider Bourne is to today what T2 3D was when that opened up at its time, right? It's that level of awesomeness. And then you just go ride Fast and Furious, like, what the hell did you do here? I don't know. It just got me more bitter.
I think we've said it before. I wonder what, like Vin Diesel and those rode it, didn't they, when they came down for the grand opening? I wonder whether they were pumped or whether they all kind of like went for a drink afterwards and went, what the hell was that?
Vin Diesel's like, was I the size of a helicopter?
In fairness, he already knew that because it was the same video from Hollywood. So
yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
we don't have to go into this discussion, but they could have done a lot better. But that's it. I'm leaving it there.
Yeah, wise.
I'm out of it. All right. So, Lee, can you talk to us a little bit about some pass holder perks?
Yes, there are a lot of pass holder perks. I think Universal have realised that 90% of their guests at the moment are annual pass holders, and they are rolling them perks out. And it seems to be from today, as of recording, August 10th, that the pass holder perks have begun. So the first one that is said is Peacock Premium for current pass holders. So available August 17th to October 15th. As a limited time offer, current pass holders are getting Peacock.
You pulled the face. Think of the logo.
I know what it is. The new streaming service from NBC Universal at no additional cost for 90 days, which isn't bad.
That's cool. Yeah. August's pass holder button is the doggone best. So available starting August 1st, 2020, obviously. While supplies last, stop by the park for a tribute to the best man in Black on 4 legs. The next free button in the UOAP series.
Thank you, Christopher.
That is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
I'll thank you properly in a minute.
Okay.
And Passholder Appreciation Days magnet available starting August the 1st, 2020, while supplies last. Display your Passholder pride with this brand new magnet featuring 2020 Appreciation Days graphic. And it's awesome.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I actually
Go look it up if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it is my favourite.
I think that's my favourite.
Alexa won't even put it on the car because she's afraid someone's in the studio.
I know, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I love the Mardi Gras one. I love the Horror Nights one. I think that's my favourite. And thank you, Chris and Alexa, for picking me one of each up, please. Please? No, thank you.
Me?
Us. Because it is awesome.
It really is.
Next up, they are selling a souvenir popcorn bucket. These are always weird. I never get who collects popcorn buckets. But anyway, available starting August 10th. Again, while supplies last, because I'm sure they don't, and you'll see them on eBay for about $400. During pass holder appreciation days, you can purchase an exclusive souvenir popcorn bucket, including one free refill for just $7.99 plus tax. And they are reiterating again while supplies last. It's a popcorn bucket.
There have been some cool ones, but I don't like popcorn.
You can put anything you like in it.
Yeah, but if you're paying that, you get your bucket full and your free refill.
Yeah, true.
You know.
No, I don't know. Do you get it?
You can purchase.
Yeah, it doesn't say you get it full and then one free refill.
Well, if you get a refill, it's got to have had something to begin with.
I don't know.
Refill.
Maybe.
That's true. Yeah. Wear your UOAP pride with this exclusive t-shirt. So available starting August 10th. While supplies last during pass holder appreciation days, you can acquire a limited time offer t-shirt especially designed just for you. Available only in the UOAP Lounge in Universal Studios Florida for just $25 plus tax.
Bargain.
And
It's
it
awesome.
is a cool looking shirt.
It's awesome.
I want that so bad.
It's really cool. For those who haven't seen it, it's got 3 images. It's like 30th anniversary across the top, the old school Universal Studios Florida logo in the middle, and then the arches, Mel's driving, and then Bruce the Shark at the bottom, and pass holder established 1990. It's awesome.
I never want
I
things
only
like
wish
this either.
it was a solid color, that's all.
Yeah.
I quite like the different coloured sleeves though. I like that.
Right, I'm gonna say something here. So I've noticed watching a lot of Disney vlogs lately how expensive Disney merchandise is.
Oh, yeah.
How expensive
so.
just a bog standard T-shirt is. So that annual pass holder T-shirt is $25, and $25 seems to be the standard price for a T-shirt at Universal Orlando. And as far as I can remember, they've always been that price.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking when we first went in 2004, I remember paying $25 for a T-shirt. So they haven't gone up in price. So Butterbeer might have tripled in price since that first came out, but the T-shirts are the same price. Which is good, because they could nickel and dime you. Like Disney, you look how much those Spirit jerseys, and they're like $80 or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Universal was just thinking ahead. They were just overcharging us 10 years ago. That's all.
Yeah, we'll set the price what we want it to be in 2020, and we'll start it now, and we'll see where people
recoup
get.
our costs here.
I had to read that because I wasn't quite sure what I was about to read. Pass holders this way, please. So available August 10th through September the 30th, 2020. Make a VIP entrance as we bring back dedicated UOAP turnstiles at both Universal's Islands of Adventure and Studios Florida. So, yeah. I'm
I wish
assuming,
they'd have been there when we were there. They took it off for like a week before we came over last year.
yeah. Isn't that far left at Islands?
Yep.
And then round the back in the studios.
I've no idea. Chris?
The side entrance.
No.
Why is it not?
Needed right now, to be honest.
No, they never made that. There was the pass holders were always barking, wanting that side entrance over
Makes
by Blue Man
sense.
Group to be the annual pass holder entrance, but it's not. I think it's the same at Islands. Also, they're giving you the dedicated parking lane again. So August 10th to September 30th, Premier Pass holders. Premier Pass holders. Look for the signs to your exclusive parking toll lane at Universal Studios Toll Plaza and get to the fun faster. It is the far left for anybody visiting. It's the far left lane.
Mm-hmm.
Because Connie sent me pictures of today, so it went up on our Instagram story. But by the time this comes out, our Instagram story will be gone.
Sweet. Early park admissions at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. Available select dates August 10th through September 30th. On select dates during pass holder appreciation days, preferred power and seasonal pass holders can enjoy early access, a year-round benefit for Premier Pass holders. Explore Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure 1 hour prior to park opening to beat the rush and grab the perfect selfie in front of Bruce the Shark.
Interesting. That's belittling the Premier Pass a little bit more.
A little bit, yep.
Yeah,
They're going to have to come out strong with a perk there for them.
definitely.
Yep. There is also early park admission at Volcano Bay, which again is August 10th through September the 30th, and all 3 park pass holders can get into Universal Volcano Bay 1 hour before park opening during pass holder appreciation days, weather permitting.
Of course. Now we will move into the pass holder appreciation days exclusive menu. I think it's cool that they do this. So during pass holder appreciation days, which is August 10th to September 30th, if you haven't rammed that home enough, Universal are rolling out an exclusive menu of limited time culinary creations just for our UUOP family. UOAP family. It rolls off the tongue too easily after 9 years. And all pass holders can take advantage of dining discounts at Universal Orlando owned and operated restaurants, which exclude alcoholic beverages, blah, blah, blah. Here are just a few of the special treats you'll find around the resort.
So at Universal Studios Florida, ale braised beef short rib sliders at Finnegan's Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nope.
Yes. Which is white cheddar, cabbage slaw, Tabasco onions, applewood smoked bacon, melted sharp cheddar cheese, sliced scallions on a pretzel roll. Okay. You can also get a barbecue brisket burger at Mel's Drive-In, which is a golden barbecue, I'm assuming, sauce, onion ring, smoked Gouda, and a brisket burger.
That's interesting. I would expect to find a brisket burger on a barbecue brisket burger.
Funny that.
You think so?
Do you think if they didn't put that in there, people would be going, where's the burger? It doesn't say burger.
Is this chicken or what?
Over in Islands of Adventure, you can get the Mediterranean lamb bowl at Mythos Restaurant, which is spiced ground lamb, homemade hummus, turmeric rice, tomato, cucumber, feta, and charred pitta. Sounds quite nice. Or you can get the margarita pizza fries at Cafe 4, which are French fries, surprisingly, marinara, fresh mozzarella, Italian tomatoes, balsamic glaze, and basil pesto drizzle.
Those are the ones I want to try.
And out on City Walk, the chocolate waffle at the Toothsome Chocolate Emporium and Savoury Feast Kitchen, which is a chocolate batter waffle topped with chocolate chunks, white whipped cream, chocolate raspberry sauce, chocolate shavings, powdered sugar, and micro mint. What the hell's micro mint?
Very, very small mint.
And then over at Antijitos, authentic Mexican food, is the Mexican Chris.
Parrillada?
There you go. It's chicken, steak with pepper, rice, and refried beans, cactus petals, what? And grilled chorizo served with house-made tortillas. I would try that. That sounds good.
The house-made tortillas are amazing.
Like, I adore Antijitos.
Cactus petals, huh?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Oh,
They
I'd
don't
try
even
it.
de-thorn them. It's just pure cactus petals.
Is that what they are? Is that what the cactus petal is? The big, thick...
Spiky.
I have no idea. I'm just kind of
I'm going to Google
going
it.
based off of the word cactus
Well,
at this
cactus
point.
do flower.
Yeah, they do.
I do flower. And I know that with those big, whatever they're called, cacti,
Cactuses.
you can, the ones that are like big and flat and very thorny, you
That's
can't
what
eat
it
them.
looks like. That's what it looks like.
I
Which is
got,
good.
I
Cactus
get
petal?
little ones that are rabbity. It's
No,
apparently
thanks.
very tasty.
Anyway,
They do de-thorn it.
I hope so.
You can ask for it without de-thorning. So you have all that food, and of course you're going to want a nice, delicious discount for dining. So available August 10th through September 30th again. Power and seasonal pass holders get 10% off at Universal Orlando owned and operated restaurants, excluding alcoholic beverages. Plus, Premier Pass holders can take advantage of a year-round discount of 15%, and preferred pass holders can enjoy 10% off year-round.
Okay. The UOAP merchandise offer, which is now until September the 7th. Ooh, different dates. If you spend $80 or more in one single transaction at most select Universal Orlando owned and operated merchandise locations, you will receive a $20 discount to be used towards one future single purchase of $50 or more. Purchases are pre-tax, not valid on gameplays, photos, third-party locations, and other non-retail locations.
The Voodoo You Do.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar?
I don't know. I haven't got any checks in the mail, but they're apparently doing something called the Voodoo You Do.
Ali.
So,
We want our royalty checks, Ali, if you're listening.
That's a free donut.
That'll do. That'll
yeah,
do.
just ship us a donut. We'll be fine with
In
that.
fairness, I think we've had enough out of them.
I do.
So upcoming seasonal offerings include Key Lime Summer Donut, which is a yeast donut with vanilla frosting, graham cracker crumble topping, and key lime. Delicious. Bavarian filling.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes.
That was, I think I had it last year. It's the same donut. It was freaking amazing. So get it. Tastes delish. And the pass holders have early access
That's interesting
on
because
June
that says
17th.
June, doesn't it?
Yeah, like an extra day. And on sale June 18th to August 15th. So we're a little late on this one.
Yeah, you haven't got
But,
much time to grab that one.
Yeah, grab it before it's gone because they are delicious.
Yeah. And also, this one you need to be quick to grab because it's the same dates. The Pina Colada Summer Donut. Yeah. Sorry, I really don't like pina colada.
Pina colada.
Yeast donut with a pina colada filling, vanilla frosting, and frosted pretzels. Pretzels?
Yeah, well,
Probably little crumbs on top.
but like the steak.
Stabby stick.
Yeah, the stabby stick.
Stabby.
I don't know what pina colada's like, so I don't know whether I
It's
would
pineapple and coconut and,
Oh, then yeah, I'll be all over it.
and,
Delicious.
and despair.
Oh, I quite like the sound of that.
It's what you drink when you sip on a beach.
I don't go to
Sit
the
on a
beach either
beach.
because I don't like sand.
There you go, see.
So I'm all right. I'll stick with key lime pie.
They are really rolling out the pass holder perks this
They
year.
are.
Which, in fairness, as I said, they probably know that I would say 90% of their visitors at the moment will be pass holders. Or the regular visitors. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Just never do them when we're there.
No.
Speaking
Put
of
on
when
dry
we're there, I don't
ice.
think we've actually said this on the show. I know we talked about it about 4 weeks ago that we had, might even be longer ago than that. We were looking at changing our trip. We have now officially changed our trip from this year. We will not be coming out for Not Horror Nights this year.
Not horror nights.
And we've changed it to the same time next year, but an extra day if it goes ahead. So we'll be
What, the
coming out
extra
for an
day?
extra day. Hopefully.
Yes. We shall see.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
gonna
and
wrap up.
I don't
there though.
know whether I should mention this, but
Oh,
I got in touch with Universal. I think a lot of people know at this point that, especially if you're in the UK and you can't get over, Universal are allowing you to, freeze is the wrong word. So basically we got in touch and they cancelled our annual passes and then have set them aside with the same amount of months we had left for us to pick up whenever we get back over next. There was no expiration on that. So if we don't get over there for 3 years, we could still go and pick our annual passes up with 7 months, 10 months, whatever.
so it's just a pause on it.
Yeah, and and they didn't have to do
No,
that. I think
that is really generous.
that is
of them,
really
and-
generous
yeah.
because they will lose a lot of money.
Well,
Even to go a little bit further on that, so I called them as well, and this was before I went to the parks, and we didn't even make that trip to go up there. We were doing something else. But anyways, they were doing the same thing that you said, and now it depends on the pass that you have as well. So
Really?
it depends how long. Yeah. So like they're not. So I have my sister has a pass and whatnot. They are not doing it for their pass, but she doesn't have a preferred. I think she has the power, and it's her first year. So they weren't doing it for her, but I did call for our passes, and they kind of said that, said, let's look at your ticket. They go, okay, we can do that. Basically what you said. My concern there is when they are canceling your tickets. Now they're issuing out new tickets when you go back to do that. But my concern was, will I get my renewal discount, right? Or am I just getting tickets that say you're good for this amount of months? And they were kind of shaky on the
interesting.
answer on
Okay.
that. So what they were able to do after they spoke to somebody else is, I told them my concern is I want to renew, right? I'm a pass holder, and I'd like to be a pass holder for a long time. So they were able to basically put a pause on them, so I don't have to get new tickets or anything. And then when I go there, I would go to customer service, and then they would just reactivate it. So very similar to what you were saying about canceling, but the process is a little different on the back end. And that would allow me to just, when I go back, they start up again. It could be for however long time. It could be 2 years from now, 5 years, whatever. But I could still do my annual pass renewal at the discounted rate when that happens.
So that's not as big an issue for us, really, as long as, like, for us, after say next year goes ahead as it's supposed to. So we'll be out there like 2.5 weeks over the space of about 5.
on 2 separate trips.
Yeah, so after that, we have no clue when we'll get back. So it's not as big an issue. But you say their passes. So Tracy's got the seasonal, Jade's got the seasonal, and they did that for both of them.
That's very interesting.
What if it's because we're
I
international?
know she was going to call back. My sister was going to call back to see if she can speak with somebody else, because her, for example, she's a little bit more of a high risk, so she just really can't make it out until things blow over. So hopefully they'll do something there. But that's kind of what they told her initially. It was like, oh, it's your first year and you're this pass holder level, so we can't do X, Y, Z. But I'm pretty sure they can, look into it a little further and do something. But yeah, just in case people out there want to make sure that they can renew, maybe ask them to do a pause as well.
Yeah. Well, that's what initially I'd got in touch with them to ask, and they wouldn't do it. Initially, they'd said they would, and then I got in touch with someone else, and they said, no, we won't. We're not freezing passes. We're only cancelling and reissuing with the amount of months you got left on it.
Well, anything's better than nothing.
Well, exactly. Like I say, it's not as big an issue for us because we're not going to be up there like all the time like you guys are. So that's a bigger deal for you than it is for us.
Yep. So thank you, Universal, for that. So,
do you want to have a quick wrap up of your trip then, Chris, before we go?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Yeah. So like I said, I went last weekend, and I won't go, too much into detail, but I know some people I spoke to in the Producers Club, Cody being one of them, kind of want a little bit more info on the trip, and so they can make decisions on whether to go or not.
Of course.
Personally, the entire trip for us, turned out to be great. We didn't go up there initially for that. We were actually going up there for something else. And then we decided, hey, let's give it a shot. Let's see, how we feel. And we did. And, had our masks, brought hand sanitizers, wipes, all that fun stuff. I will say Universal is doing a very, very, very good job at keeping the place clean, at keeping you feeling, as safe as you can be. Yeah. Right. I heard a lot of people, make the comparison to like, oh, I feel safer going to the parks than I do going to Publix. And after going to the parks, I can kind of agree with that sentiment where, I'm not saying that Publix is doing a terrible job or the best job, but they're doing a decent job. And going to the parks, I didn't feel, any kind of more in danger than I would going to a store, in my local neighborhood. So, the caveat there is it's not the Universal trip that you would expect to have. I fortunately live close enough to where it's not, I don't have to take a plane. I don't have to, spend too much time getting up there. So, and we're pass holders. So for us, it's, we are planning on going back up there again.
Yeah. That speaks volumes, I think, on its own.
Exactly.
Because I've talked to Alexa, and I know she was becoming quite anxious of going out and about again. She
was very anxious for this trip, and I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit anxious too. It's something completely new, and it's, until you go and experience it, you don't really know.
No,
right?
exactly.
And, it goes back to what I've been saying is the risk tolerance, right? What's your risk tolerance, and how do you feel about that? Yeah. If you're a high, a high, kind of a high risk person. Sorry, yes. There it is.
Yeah.
If you're a high risk person, probably don't want to go there, right? No. And I will say I know we've heard like reports about a bunch of people not wearing masks, or they have a pass to get away with it. I didn't see anybody without a mask over there this trip.
Okay.
I also didn't see a lot of people, and which that's kind of like one of the positive parts was it was extremely empty. The longest wait in the park was Hagrid's at 30 minutes, which was only like 20 minutes. We rode it twice or three times.
I hate you.
I'm sorry. I am sorry. Everything else was a basic walk-on. Like I'm talking about, like they'd put up, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. It was just the walk to the front of the line. Yeah. It was nothing. And this was on both Friday and Saturday. Yeah. We went a little bit on Saturday in the evening or the afternoon. And then we went a little bit Sunday morning. We didn't stay too long, but it was pretty empty. I put up a lot of pictures from that trip, and it looked almost like a ghost town, which takes away a little bit from the experience. Yeah. But all in all, we had a really good trip. Like I said, we're going to go back. So, if you're thinking about going up there, the first thing I will say is they're doing a really good job. Second thing I'm going to say is it's still up to your risk tolerance as to whether you want to go and do it. And if it's not too much of a hassle, if you're coming from an extremely far place, then you have to be a little bit more dedicated and understand that decision is still yours and yours to make. And then also with that being said, I still agree with them canceling Horror Nights this year. While I feel safe or safe as I can be, being at a park during, a normal trip, I still would probably not go if it was happening, Horror Nights was happening, because that's a completely different experience in itself, right?
What time are the City Walk restaurants open until, Chris? Do you know that?
10 o'clock.
Okay, so
all of them are open until 10 o'clock.
Right.
And again, pretty empty there as well. So you shouldn't have an issue getting like, a reservation or a seat or anything like that. I think we went to Cowfish one of the days and walked straight in, got a table, and we sat outside, just to kind of keep it more open and airy kind of thing. But yeah, we had a good trip. I mean, you still have some guests that are they're going to be people that would do something anyways if it wasn't a pandemic.
Like the ones at Volcano Bay over the weekend we're hearing of.
Yeah, something like that. There was this one little incident where, so Alexa was waiting in line to get her picture or our picture from Hagrid's, and I went to the lockers to go grab our stuff, and she had a little issue there with these two girls that were standing behind her, because there's lines on the floor, and these girls were just right behind her, and she asked them to, can you back up? And they didn't really listen, and then she asked again, and they backed up like a little space, and then she went up to go get the picture, and the two girls just literally stood right next to her when she was getting the pictures, and she kind of flipped a little bit on them, which I would do, and then the team member actually jumped in and told the girls, hey, you need to back up over there, or we're not going to help you out here, kind of thing. Like, you need to pay attention to the rules. And I was like, and I didn't see any of this because I was getting the bag, but I was like, awesome. I'm glad somebody jumped in there and said something in there. But, you know, that's a very small, you know, experience that happened there. That's not the general experience. So, you know, all in all, we had a really good trip, and we're planning another trip to go up there.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
And that's the thing, since the parks reopened, that's one of the things I've wanted to do with the podcast is get as many people's opinions on how the parks are for people listening to make that decision themselves, not going, I don't know, I want to go, but I don't, what's it going to be like? Then, you know, we've heard Darren's view, we've had Tom and Maddie and Jack and Brittany and you and Michelle, and we've had all these people who've been and had different experiences, so you can listen to those people and make your mind up of whether you're comfortable going, because that's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's like I said, that's the same thing that we ran into, and you know, we took the risk of, because we were going to put the passes on pause, to be honest with you, for quite a while. But I'm glad we took the risk in like seeing whether we would feel comfortable or not up there. And just to add in there, obviously it's well known, but you know, Orlando right now feels like the surface of the sun.
Yeah.
So, you know, you take a lot of breaks, drink a lot of water, because, you know, with the mask on, it is a little bit more difficult to navigate through Orlando, right? If you're walking through the parks, even without a mask, you feel like you're dying. With a mask, it's a little bit more death involved. So, but yeah, like I said, still overall great trip, and we're going to be going back. So
cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll hear more about it as you go back then.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And so that's going to do it for another episode of the Unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Thank you for joining us. Now, we will wrap up the show with another Universal Is, and this one comes from Jonathan Hopkins. Now, if you want to be involved, just drop us an email to podcast@uuopodcast.com, letting us know what you think Universal is in 3 words or less. Now, Jonathan says, Universal is ... not SeaWorld. See you next week.
Guess that wraps things up for another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. You guys did all right. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest, keyword UUO Podcast. Listen and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, or anywhere podcasts are found. You can find our blog at uuopodcast.com. Send us your spews, which Lou gets your poo recordings, questions, or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Check out our friends, the Theme Park Duo, and our awesome sponsors, Mouse Muggle Travel Company. So, until next time, don't give up your day job. Say cheese. See you later.